So you look at it, 23 years later, hell yeah, they GC homies down there, bro, and they deep.
In Houston.
And they deep.
So it's safe to say that it's actually both in Houston, HCG and HGC.
I know some homies down there for sure. I know some homies down there. Shout out to my Hersheywood. You know what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to my Hersheywood. Them boys there. Shout out to my Dre. You know what's up? That's my brother. I'm talking about these boys here. Yeah. 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 That's the HCG homies down there on that end.
They not down with complying or changing what they've been doing like 30-some years. I guess you could say Houston, they did. And there's nothing wrong with doing it right, but you can't say that Fort Worth is doing it wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We all understand, you know what I'm saying, the progress. We all understand the process. We all understand the initial, you know what I'm saying, the initials of what we, you know what I'm saying, or what we repping.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So the whole scenario of Fort Worth, I seen all of the little rants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I seen the ranch, you know what I'm saying? And I know that ain't speaking from the whole Hoover train. That's coming from certain ones. You feel what I'm saying? So as long as, you know what I'm saying? But the homie connected. The homie connected, homie. You know what I'm saying? So
who?
The homie Kunta.
You are now tuned into the Bob Report.
Yeah, let's get it.
Brother KLuv, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do? What it do?
For the people who don't know, ain't nobody never really seen your face before. Oh, okay.
Yeah, some have, some know. Some know, but not on this net. No, sir.
Where you from, KLuv?
Originally from that boot, LP. Goddamn me. Stop6, migrated, young man. Family moved to that city, Fort Worth. Stop6, been in the 6 since we moved in that bit.
Okay.
On the east side.
So growing up in Stop6 in Fort Worth, most people from Stop6 wore the color red. They were Bloods, correct?
No.
Whoa. What do you mean no?
No.
Stop6 is a predominantly Blood neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
KLuv.
Yes, sir.
So that means the
Blood originally predominantly Bloods. Originally, there was original Crips. It's a whole bunch of original homies. You know what I'm saying? Like day ones. You know what I'm saying? That ain't been took through. That don't have the creds. That ain't been shot out. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of day one original Crips from Stop6.
So you saying the majority of America, and for sure the state of Texas knows Stop6 Fort Worth, Texas, Truman to be a Blood neighborhood, but you telling me that originally Crips were in Stop6 before?
For sure. Projects, J. Cavill, migrating east, all the way from Projects to Eastwood, from Eastwood to Woodhaven, from Woodhaven. I'm talking about like Meadowbrook, like originally these are the first ones. Yes, sir.
Right. So if there were Crips there before the Bloods were there, you had to be there when the Bloods came.
Originally, yes, sir.
What was Fort Worth like then in Stop6 when the Bloods took their claim in that part of the town?
Don't want to get too much on what they did, or pretty much, you know what I'm saying, how they took over and how they just, you know, spread it throughout. But overall, I can tell you, you know what I'm saying, just from the inside looking out, because you got a lot of people telling the story from the outside looking in. But I'm going to tell it to you from the inside looking out.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? Like, you got a lot of original Bloods, you know what I mean? They wasn't considered to be put down yet. So they wasn't actually on a set. You feel what I'm saying? They
Bloods.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. They you know, and that's in every neighborhood you got your gangs, you got your cliques. And so they had their cliques in school, you know, from Dunbar all the way from the Blackbirds, them boys.
What are Blackbirds, KLuv?
some of the original. These are some of the original boys that transformed from they click to another set.
Right.
You know, I mean, not from another set, but from they click to a set, to an actual Blood or Crip set.
In Stop6.
In Stop6.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You go ahead.
But a lot of those guys, you know, at the same time, like I say, they wasn't really just they wasn't a part of no cliques, but they all stuck together. Them boys was get money boys, man.
Right.
A lot of them original boys, Zoe, you know what I'm saying, that boy Mancy, that boy Chris Black. You know, I'm just thinking a lot of the big John, you know, these are original boys, you know what I'm saying, from over there off that Truman land, man. Them boys was really, you know, Tyrone, you know what I'm saying? Them boys, them original Johnny, them boys, you got these
OG Johnny Blood. Shout out OG Johnny Blood.
Yeah, OG Johnny Blood. Yep. Did some real repping with the homie.
So if Crips were in Stop6 originally, KLuv, but we all know
projects, not
the whole.
Yeah, I don't want.
Oh, okay.
Because see, Stop6 is real big, so I don't want to get it twisted. I can only speak for the projects and where we originated from. We originated in the projects, in Stop6 projects, and we migrated from the projects. We went all east. Anywhere on the east side was my territory. I was on the east, and everybody on the east, from Poly, from goddamn me, like I said, Woodhaven, Eastwood. I'm talking about any loc over there in them neighborhoods at that time. Yeah, I bumped into them and we did it. Yep.
So you can attest that Fort Worth was a gangster city when you were coming up.
Whoo. Well, I can give it to you my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the funk was what it was. The funk was really what it was. I'm talking about as far as in gang banging, you know, and I learned later that San Antonio got banging first. That's what I learned later, not through a DJ Quick song, but actually after I got locked up, I ran into a lot of homies from San Antonio. Shout out to that boy Dre. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy C-Wack, all them boys over there from ETG.
When you say first, what you mean first? Like, what you mean first? What, got the Crip in first?
Who?
In San Antonio?
San Antonio, yes, sir. Yes, sir. San Antonio was banging way before we was. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. San Antonio was banging way before Fort Worth, before any part of Texas. San Antonio was banging, bro.
For Houston, all of that.
Any other state in the state of Texas, San Antonio was banging. Crips, ABC, Altadena block. There's some homies up there, ABC. Shout out to y'all boys. Y'all know who I am, Clack from 6-0. Up there out of San Antonio, all these boys from San Antonio. Dang. Real talk. Gang.
How did you meet these guys from San Antonio? I
met a lot of them locked up. I met a lot of them, you know, doing time. You know what I'm saying? We up there in what is those? The Garza East and the Garza West. If anybody ever been to them, they already know what they is. They predominantly Hispanic units. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a 200-man dorm. You got 200-man dorm. You got probably 5 blacks on the wing. Probably got about 4 whites on the wing.
The rest are Hispanic.
The rest of them is Hispanics. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Shout out to all them boys that did time with us up there, know what it was. Cause man, listen, I'm talking about real time, bro. That's real time, bro. When you on a unit and real talk, I just hit the unit. I don't know what's happening, but when I just hit the unit, you know, you got, you know what I'm saying? The blacks on the unit can't even turn the TV because it's a vote thing, right? It's a vote thing when you come to the day room, and if you get outvoted, then it's gonna go on, you know, vote. So, I mean, you got to look at the day room, look at the numbers in the day room. You got 150 Hispanics and you got 4 blacks. If the blacks want to watch you know what I'm saying? If we want to watch basketball, you know what I'm saying? We getting outvoted. When I got to the unit, we had to change all them rules. All the rules had to change, whether it was 3 of us on the wing or not. Yeah, we had to change.
How can you, being one person and being outnumbered, change the rules?
Well, be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I can't just take all of the credit because a lot of the homies, you know what I mean? A lot of the homies that was with me, a lot of the homies, man, I can't remember all them boys' names, but y'all know who y'all is, man. A lot of the homies that was willing to put their life on the line for, you know, for what we stood for, man. You know what I'm saying? And we stood on that. We stood on business for real. We just had to stand on business, bro, because, you know,
So you done been stabbed a few times, then?
yeah, I done been stabbed, boy.
Yeah, you had been stabbed a few times, KLuv.
Yeah, I done been stabbed. You know, I done been through at least over 14, 16 different rides, bro. I done been in the majority about 16 different rides. So yeah,
That's a
I done
lot.
been stabbed. I done been, yeah, that's a part of,
Right.
you know, going through. But the part about it, I'm gonna tell you this. When I got stabbed, I didn't even get stabbed by the opposition because we on the unit burning hell. A lot of homies don't talk about that unit, but I'm gonna tell you, man.
Burning hell, this in Texas?
It's called burning hell. We called it burning hell. Clemens over there in Missouri is where the youngsters was. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, them boy Kryptonite was over there.
Oh, shout out Kryptonite.
Shout out to that boy Kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Set 'em up. The homies set 'em up. Lil G. All them little homies was over there, man. We was over there, man, set 'em up. I mean, hey man, listen, I'm telling you, we just did. I mean, at that time, bro, we was doing hard time because we was still into that young banging phase. You feel what I'm saying? So shit, nigga, we went right into the prison system with the same thing. You know what I mean? And once we found each other up in there, it was what it was. We linked up, loked up, kept that shit tight.
Let me ask you this, KLuv. How did you get your cripping being in Fort Worth and being in Stop6?
Well, originally, you know what I'm saying, I got kicked out of all of the middle schools in Fort Worth. Facts check. Yeah, I got kicked out of all of the middle schools. Some of them I didn't go to. I didn't stay in that bitch but like one day. You know what I mean? I stayed in the school one day and get kicked out on some shit, whatever I did. You know what I'm saying? But eventually I ended up having to go to live with my dad. You know what I'm saying? My mom was the type, you know what I'm saying? She was the type that, you know what I'm saying, no matter what we did at the house, she wanted to make sure we all went to school. So no matter how many schools I got kicked out of, shout out to my mama, you know what I'm saying? She know I love you, you know what I'm saying? Love you, mama. But every middle school I went to, my nigga, I got kicked out there. Every time I got kicked out of one of them schools, my mama found a way to get me in another school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She was just that determined to make sure that I got an education. But again, I made my own choices, you know what I'm saying? And my choices was the street and the game. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? She ended up sending me to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? I was 12.
Las Vegas?
Las Vegas, Nevada, you know what I'm saying? We stayed in Butler Project, you know what I'm saying? Shit, my mama sent me to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? I rode the plane. That was the first time I ever got on a plane, 12 years old by myself.
Mm-hmm.
My mama said, boy, you ain't scared? Nah, shit, you said my dad on the other end, huh? She said, yeah. I said, well, shit, yeah, I'm good. She got on the plane, whoop. When I got there, my old man was down there waiting on me. Shit. When I seen his hand throw up, you know, I knew I was good. Look, yeah,
right.
We here.
Right.
So shit. But I got a taste of the streets, you know what I mean? So
in Vegas.
I got a taste of the streets before I left. I left in the Butlers. With shout out to Seafish, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody over there in the Butler, you know, Crucian, all y'all homies.
Shout out Crucian.
What's up? Yeah. Curtis, yeah, y'all know what's happening over there. Let's see. Jap, German one, you know, Jap, Rufus, you know what I'm saying? All y'all know what's happening over there in the Butlers. I got kicked out of the Butlers too, you know what I'm saying? We had to get on from over there because I don't know, you know, when I came back from Vegas with all that banging. You know
so you got your cripping in Vegas.
Right. Well, I got introduced to cripping and bangers in Vegas. Well, when I got to Vegas, put it like this, when I got to Vegas, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to schools, I went to Fremont, you know what I'm saying? You know, and if anybody know about them schools, they know what's happening, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, they know, you know what I'm saying, what I was doing when I was up there. Had one of the baddest females in the school, you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? They come from out of town, swamp. You know how it is. Feel what I'm saying? She was a professional model. But Don Campbell, shout out to that boy. I'm looking for you, nigga. You know what's happening. This way back when I was 13 years old. His mom took me in when I was up there on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Her name was Sharon. Yeah. But they took me in and shit, man, shit. And
How'd you get to Crip and KLuv in Vegas, man? Listen, man.
I'm out on the streets. You gotta hear it.
Oh, you on the
I'm out
streets?
street. I'm 13 years out. I'm 13 years out. I'm 13 years old, my nigga. On the streets of
Where I'm to where your pops was?
Well, my old man used to work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He used to work a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? He used to work three jobs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I only seen him like on Fridays. He'll pull up, break me off by $200. Then he burn off. But eventually, my old man had got some bread. You know what I'm saying? Got together and he was like, shit, look out, son. He came to the Crip house where I was. He was like, look out, son. I'm finna go. So I'm like, shit, all right. He was like, shit, you ain't going with me? I'm like, nah, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you sure? Like, yeah, I'm sure. He said, you sure? At first he couldn't get in because my homies wouldn't let him in.
There's a Crip house in Vegas.
Right, yeah. So they finally, I looked and seen who it was. I'm like, hold on, that's my dad. So I went outside, hollered at him. And once I hollered at him, he was like, say, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna go. I just hit for some bread. He had just hit for some big bread.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, man, I'm finna go home, man. What you gonna do? So I told him, I'm like, shit, I'm coolin'. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. He said, all right.
How old were you then?
I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 13. He said, you sure? Woo. Make a long story short, he burnt off, went back to Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn me, I was on them streets. You know what I'm saying? Moving around, grinding. You know what I'm saying? Some of the big homies that was in the neighborhood over by Boulevard Mall, a lot of the homies from the Gersons, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? I'm with a lot of the big homies because at the end of the day, I'm out in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Feel what I'm saying? So one of the homies, you know what I'm saying, from Donner Street, that's what introduced me to the Crip. One of the homies from Donner Street, which was one of the largest gangs in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? These are the homies that I was with at school every day. So shit.
So you you what set did you get put on with in Vegas?
I didn't get put on with a set in Vegas. I was just introduced to the Cripping. Mostly everybody where I was Crip. Everybody around me were Crip. It was Donner Street. You had Donner Street fighters. You had different Crip sets, you know what I'm saying? Different other sets as well, you know what I'm saying, that I fuck with because just being me, I fuck with everybody anyway. So yeah, them was most of the ones that I fuck with in the neighborhood was, you know, Donner Street, just the homies. So when I first came back to Fort Worth, goddamn me, my mama ended up finding me. Make a long story short, she found me, you know what I'm saying? My mama, back in '89, no cell phones, no, that's the love of a mama.
She found you in Fort Worth?
No, she found me in Vegas.
She found you in Vegas?
Yeah, she was living here
right.
in Fort Worth. She found me, no cell phone, this in '89. This in '89, 90. She found me. She went over all of her old phone bills, and she called all the numbers on them bills. And one of them numbers, I was at one of the houses on the phone bill.
And she found you?
Yeah, she found me. And then that lady came in and asked me, she said, you know a lady named woo, woo, woo? I was like, yeah, I know her. I stood up. I'm like, man, that's my mama name, you know?
Right.
And she was like, well, she on the phone in there. I mean, you know, I've been out on these streets, bro. I'm like, what? I going there looking at the phone like it was, you know, how on a Freddy Krueger movie, when they walk in there and they look at the phone like Freddy finna come out there, I'm thinking my mama, because I know I done just did some wild shit, you hear me?
Right.
But this was some of the wildest I done did, told my dad I wasn't going back, you hear me? So my mama, I know she was gonna be upset at it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, she know I was a young man, and what she told my people then was this right here, man. She said, I know he up there. I know he up there. But at the same time, I know who he is. I ain't worried about him. I'll find him, and you know, he'll still be, you know what I'm saying? He'll still be sane and on his shit when I find it. That was my mama confidence in my mind. But again, I was on the streets, fucking with these original older Grape Street Crips.
In Vegas?
In Vegas.
In the 80s?
Yeah, in the 80s, 89, 90.
So then when you get back to Fort Worth,
91.
You get back in 91.
91.
Was it cripping going? Was it gang banging going on in Fort Worth?
Not in Stop6.
Not in Stop6.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. Not in Stop6 projects. I can speak on the projects. I can't speak on the whole six.
Right.
I can only speak on the projects because, you know what I'm saying, outside of that, you know, when I pull back up, we dealing with, you got to understand in the project, you know what I'm saying, we got our own era. Now we dealing with K9. This K9 era.
K9 posse.
Yeah, this they era.
Right.
Yeah, they running that bit. Yeah, they running. You know what I mean? And all of the original big homies, they know who they is. You know what I'm saying?
So what set were you when you were gangbanging, KLuv? What set were you?
5 Deuce Hoover Crip Gang. Stop 6.
HCG.
Yes, sir.
So how did you get to HCG? Because we had a you know, you got HGC and you got HCG in Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
You got your HCG out of Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain how that happened?
Without going into too much of it, I can explain what needs to be explained about the HCG and the HGC. You know what I mean? Because I talked to another brother from the land again on this same subject, but again, let's stick to the script. As far as an HCG, me, how did I get it? Bro, when Crippin came down to Fort Worth, you know what I'm saying? I brought an understanding of how to bang. I didn't bring 5 Deuce. You know what I'm saying? I brought an understanding of how to bang. You feel what I'm saying? Because we was already banging up there. We was already living that life up there. So when I came down here, one of the first homies that I ran into was the homie Tank. HOOVER homie was the homie Tank. You know what I'm saying? He had came from St. Louis. He was running. He was on the run, Tank and Dinky. I ran into that homie. I ran into the homie Lil C. Lil C was from the, you know what I'm saying? He was from Stop6, but had went to TYC and got put down on by, you know what I'm saying, one of the homies from the South Side. So when me being in the project and me having relations with Crips, these Crips automatically, you know what I'm saying, gravitated toward me.
Right.
So me and the homie Lil C, me and the homie Lil Tank, I mean, these are I'm talking about we 14 years old in the project running, doing our thug. You know what I'm saying? 14, 15 years old. You know, me and the homie Tank had ran it. Then me and the homie, me and Lil C loked up. We just loked up on some rider type shit. So in the process of me and the homie Lil C loking up, the homie Lil C was already put on from 52nd. You feel what I'm saying? From the South. You know what I'm saying? So two of the homies that was originally put down from on Stop6 set was put on by the homie Lil C, which was Youngster, you know what I'm saying, and Lil Peebo.
Did you and the other guys in Stop6, did y'all get y'all cripping in Fort Worth from the South Side?
Yeah, Lil C did.
Lil C did.
Lil C.
And he brought
Yes,
it
sir.
to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
From
Rest in peace to the homie. Real talk.
Right.
The original homie. The original homie.
and the bottom part of the South Side, the Hoover land, that's where y'all got it.
That's what a homie.
That's where he got it.
That's be honest with you, because when we got it, bro, it wasn't no land and
Got you.
So I don't know. It wasn't none of that.
Right.
It wasn't none of that. In 92, bro, it wasn't none of that. I don't remember none of that.
Got you. Just the whole South Side.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I can't speak on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What part, you know what I'm saying, that he didn't rep none of that. I know that much. I know the homie didn't rep none of that. The homie rep 5 Deuce Hoover Crip Gang. That's what the homie rep.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We're an extension again. We're an extension. But I wanted to say again about this HGC and the HCG again, man. Listen, that's what I tell all the homies, man.
Oh yeah, you was there in the original interview that kind of like, you know, kind of kicked this off outside of Percy and Gumby. You was there with Kunta and Ron.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
now go. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you all right. But I wanted to speak on that part about it. You know what I'm saying? Fort Worth is the originators. This is what's not being said. This was not being said that need to be said. Fort Worth is the originators of HCG. Homie, 30 plus years of banging this same gang, homie. You know what I'm saying? 30 plus years of going strong this way right here. Whether some of the homies done, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know how many homies in the penitentiary for the rest of their life ain't never getting out? They ain't never getting out, homie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? This is what we put down. We don't owe nobody no explanations about, we ain't getting, in 30 plus years, we haven't had to give no explanation about what we've been doing. And it ain't finna start today.
Right.
Feel what I'm saying? It ain't finna start the day about us explaining why we rep the way we rep. Hey man, we doing this, man. We been doing this. This just the way. This our life. You feel what I'm saying? Now I can see if it's affecting you. If it's affecting you, you know what I'm saying. Then you can come down here and get at some of the big homies. You know what I'm saying? And let's see if we can, you know what I'm saying. Try to see how we can get it up out your system. I don't know. I mean, but to change it or to twist the name, hey, that ain't something that we, you know, 30 years of putting down. That ain't something that we just, you know what I'm saying, ready to lay down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
With you being been doing it as long as you have, KLuv, then you have some familiarity with Houston and their politics, correct?
Shit, yeah. I
So-
got some, man, again, HGC, this is all new. Again, I know, you know what I'm saying, not new to me as in far as in the history. You know what I'm saying? Not as far as in the history. It's not new. It's not new at all as far as in the history. But what I'm telling you is on our end, repping it.
Right.
On our end, repping it. When during the time that I'm talking about during the time it's a lot of homies that's claiming that ain't been through the banging process. And see, for them homies right there, I think we can't even relate. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't even relate.
So they wasn't even around when it really was banging going on.
No.
Okay.
No. Shout out to that boy C-Dog again. I ran into two homies out of H-Town that were GC. Two homies doing my time, doing time in the penitentiary in TDCJ.
Out of Houston, you only ran into two homies that was HGC.
Two homies.
What was the rest of them was?
HOOVER Cook Gang.
All
of
them.
Yeah, all of them was ACG. I only ran into two homies. Shout out to that boy C-Dog. That boy C-Dog out of H-Town. Shout out to that boy Skrilla. Shout out to Skrilla. Yeah, Cutthroat. Yeah, you know who he is. That boy C-Dog gonna repped it. And it was, again, it was a, and even in there, it was a sideways glance the first time a homie said he was from Hoover and he was from HGC.
It was like what you so hold on, KLuv. So you telling me this is in TDC, right?
TDC. Jack.
So when
during the time we was doing time, I know
in the
it
90s
now, but during the 90s,
right? So if somebody's saying HGC in Texas TDC, y'all looking at them crazy.
Yeah.
So because most of the majority in Texas was HCG,
exactly.
even in Houston.
Exactly. All over
Texas.
Over Texas.
Was HCG.
It wasn't nothing different. Ain't no other set said nothing different. The whole, man, I did 13 years in Texas prison system, bro. TDCJ, 13 years in that bitch. And on every unit, I spoke for Hoover, homie. On every unit, I spoke for Hoover, homie. East side of Funktown. Real talk. Stop6. Five Deuce, for real. I spoke for the Hoover homies. And every Hoover homie had to come and run his name through the homie, man. Every homie had to come run his name through the homie. Every homie ran his set through the homie. Every homie was on roll call on every unit.
And it was HCG.
On every unit. On every unit I've been on, you name it. Ferguson, Beto, Clemens, you name it. Clemens, both Clemens, you name it. Been there.
So let me ask you this: when you, I don't know if you're paying attention right now, KLuv, but you saw the Gumby and Kunta interview in Vegas. You saw that, and then it's still going on right now. So now the Houston homies, they're HGC now. How does that like? And they HGC now, KLuv, and they trying to like come down on Fort Worth for being HCG. How does that make you feel, knowing that the whole state of Texas was HCG?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to that boy Kunta. Shout out to that.
Hey, Kunta don't get no. He ain't here. He don't
Shout out to my nigga, man. Shout out to my nigga, man. Shout out to my Kunta, man. Day one, nigga, man. I've been knowing that. Hey, man, that one. Hey, man, real man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shout out to that boy on the strength that, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn me. Kunta went to Vegas solo dolo. Kunta went to Vegas solo dolo. Didn't nobody else ride out with Kunta going over there? I don't know if he told anybody else. I don't know what happened in what transpired in that moment. But I know he wasn't on his land when he went to holler at the homie Gumby. You know what I'm saying? When he went to holler at the homie Gumby, I seen the interview. I watched all that play. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect how the homie, you know what I'm saying, really got down on the homie. Cause a lot of homies on the back end feel like homie should have crashed out. You know what I'm saying? Like on another note, I feel like homie shouldn't have crashed out. It's my opinion. I feel like the homie shouldn't have crashed out. He way out of pocket. He way in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So niggas, you know what I'm saying? You get killed up there in Vegas. Who gonna ship his body back down here? Ain't now one of the homies laying dead to go get his body.
Right.
Feel what I'm saying? So now I don't think that was the best move for the homie. On another note, you know what I'm saying? I know homie, and I know homie will go to war when it's time to go to war. I know he done went to war many times behind me. You hear me? So I ain't gonna never, that's just my personal opinion. I know everybody else might got their own dealings with the homie, but I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying? Anytime we needed to go to war, when it was time to go to war, homie was on the front line. I ain't gonna speak none, that's just what I know of the homie. I can't speak bad on his name when I know good.
Right.
When I know good, I'm gonna speak good. I mean, that's just how it is.
Okay, so the HGC in Houston now, and they're you know, they're saying that Fort Worth doesn't speak for Hoover, and they're not HCG.
Well, okay. That's a fact. I can't say less, because you want to know why? Because when the homie C-Dog came down, now he got it from somewhere. This is what I be trying to tell the homie. He got it from somewhere. He got the gangster. He got it from somewhere. So I'm just predicting from the time I seen the homie in 01. This was in, you know what I'm saying? This was in 01 when I seen the homie C-Dog. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was GC.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So you look at it, 23 years later, hell yeah, they GC homies down there, bro, and they deep.
In Houston.
And they deep.
So it's safe to say that it's actually both in Houston, HCG and HGC.
I know some homies down there for sure. I know some homies down there. Shout out to my Hersheywood. You know what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to my Hersheywood. Them boys there. Shout out to my Dre. You know what's up? That's my brother. I'm talking about these boys here. Yeah. 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 That's the HCG homies down there on that end. Yeah, one love to them homies.
Hey man, right on. Yeah, cause that like you know, the gang topic mixed with the politics is gonna keep going as long as, you know, I feel like Fort Worth they not down with complying or changing what they've been doing like 30 some years. I guess you could say Houston, they did. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it right, but you can't say that Fort Worth is doing it wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We all understand, you know what I'm saying, the progress. We all understand the process. We all understand the initial, you know what I'm saying, the initials of what we, you know what I'm saying, or what we repping.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, a lot of homies, you know what I'm saying, they go from, you know what I'm saying, how you gonna be, you know what I'm saying, Crip and Crim, or how you gonna be, you know what I'm saying, whoop to whoop. Again, where I'm from and how I held it down, that's why I be trying to tell a lot of homies that wasn't big homies or wasn't put in a position to speak for the other homies. You gotta try to, you know, hold it back. Because when it get to a topic like this topic right here, it's time for them heads to, you know, to step up and, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's time for the heads to step up and y'all get at us, you know what I'm saying, and let us know what, you know what I'm saying, what need to be, you know what I'm saying, transpired as far as and where we need to go with the train. But as far as in, you know, the whole scenario for work, I seen all of the little rants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I seen the rants, you know what I'm saying, and I know that ain't speaking from the whole Hoover train. That's coming from certain ones. You feel what I'm saying? So as long as, you know what I'm saying, but the homie connected. The homie connected, homie. You know what I'm saying? So
who?
The homie Kunta.
Oh, he connected.
Yeah, the homie is connected. The homie connected to the land. You know what I'm saying? So as long as he getting the line, he don't get the line and spread the word, you know what I'm saying? Put the word out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them homies need to contact some of these big homies down here, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? Cuz gonna tap in and try to get y'all connected with some of these big homies so y'all can, you know what I'm saying, come to the drawing board to try to see, you know what I'm saying, what need to be done about whatever, you know what I'm saying, need to be transpired. Because you talking to little homies, you're going to get little homie reaction.
Right.
That's just how it go.
Right.
Yeah, that's how that go. On
Right.
any type of situation. On any type of situation.
I got okay, thank you for that, brother KLuv. I got another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You being from Louisiana, what do you know about the gangs or the Crippin' or the Bloods? Is it prevalent in the boot?
Woo. Well, I can speak for where I'm from. Now you got a lot of cliques. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of cliques. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of young cliques. You know what I'm saying? Long live that boy TJ. Long live Lil Chubby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Spud. Shout out to that boy Cam. You got a lot of little youngsters, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of little young cliques out there. And that's another thing we trying to do. We trying to curb the, we trying to curb the gang banging.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So at the same time, you know what I'm saying? These little homies, they know me. They know me. They hear me, you know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I'm saying? They heed to what I be giving them. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm always try to give them some positive knowledge.
Right.
With banging, bro, as far as in banging, yeah, we ain't got it down on that end. We got mob, we got, like I said.
Yeah, I didn't think they was doing a lot of gang banging in
But
Louisiana.
in Shreveport, like it's a difference now from where I'm from than
Shreveport.
in the major city. Because again, I'm in the swamps. I'm in the swamp. I'm in the swamp.
So Shreveport, they got that.
I'm sure they down there with that heat. I done heard about them. I ain't never really just banged with the homies over there. But the homie Skrilla was one of the other homies I ran into, but again, I ain't gonna speak on that homie and his GC and his CG issue because that's something he gonna have to speak on. But that was another homie that I fucked with. But I had the impression that he was under GC. You know what I mean? But again, some homies said that they ran into him and they figured, that one of his homies came in and turned them on to the GC because he was repping CG at first. So I ain't want to speak on the homie, but yeah.
Is there a reason that you wear the bandana on your face and nobody's ever seen them but your eyes and your mouth?
Mm-hmm. It's a real reason. Yeah, it's a real reason. And that's another thing. A lot of these homies that's on this net, they ain't did no dirt, bro. A lot of these boys ain't did no dirt, man. A lot of these boys ain't got no enemies, man. You hear me?
Right.
A lot of these boys ain't got no enemies. I've been out there on them streets for real, bro. I was really out there. You know what I'm saying? So I know there's people out there that probably, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I thank you for wearing a mask. You hear me? I thank you for wearing it, because we don't, yeah.
Yeah, them facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, them facts.
We don't,
I got 16 kids on another note, too, at the same time. You feel me?
So you running from child support, too. You want nobody to know where you at?
No.
The Bob Report is it's a big platform. They gonna see you now.
Oh,
they gonna know you. They gonna.
Hey, and
don't call me.
Hey, run this. This a fact check. 16 kid, boy. I don't even know what a child support cut look like.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Not on that for now. One of them.
Hey, fact check. Anything I say, boy, fact check that 16 on. You heard me?
And you take her out of
child support court look like. Yeah.
Square business right there.
Yeah. So it's either two things that was really going on. You feel what I'm saying?
Look, they don't know who you is because you had that mask on.
Yeah.
Or you take a curve.
You heard me? You heard me on when they life. You heard me?
Right.
Life. Yeah, from the time they come out their mama.
Right. Okay.
Facts. Yeah, them facts.
Yeah, man, we thank you for coming, stop by the Bob Report, brother KLuv. This your first time. It won't be your last. And whenever you want to come back, just let us know. You're more than welcome, man.
That's a bet, man. I appreciate y'all, boy, for having me, man. Stop, man. We up.
No doubt.
Real talk. LP.
You are now tuned into the Bob Report.